Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome. Come on in. I'm a little bit late today. So, welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching the replay, man. Crazy day today. Been out and about driving people here, there, and everywhere. So it's been quite an interesting day. Interesting events that have taken part. I'm quite yeah, it's been an interesting day so far. So we'll see how it all how it all plays out in the end, basically. So we have that lovely little Neptune and Mercury square. They're done. They're done. Thank freaking God. It was like a psycho. It's just it really with Neptune, if you're not really grounded with Neptune type of energy, it can really grab you and really take you for a flight. And especially when it comes with Mercury, and Mercury being in Sagittarius, which it doesn't like to be. So it's like getting really crazy mixed messages, might be feeling a little bit off, not feeling totally the way that you would like to feel. So it's off. It's going to be going into Capricorn in about a week, I think by next week. So we're coming into some good stability. So this is where, it's this new moon, I feel it is a planning, like getting things together, getting organized. Organization is sort of the key on where do you want to go? What does it look like? What are your plans ahead? This is like what are we here and what we can do. This is the nodes at 20 degrees, and I don't know, I just feel like you really need to utilize this energy right now, and especially with Pluto in Capricorn, and getting things organized, getting things done. And where you feel, and the other part too with this that I feel like it's like almost if you think you got it all together and you think you got it all done. No, you don't. There's still a journey that you need to be. There's still a journey that is going to be happening that you are partaking in. I know. But in doing this new journey and doing this, it's going to open up and divulge some really good information for you. This is where strength, determination are going to come in handy. This is where, getting rid of blocks and working and moving forward, especially if you're planning. And if like old creative ideas, if you've had an old ideas, business plan, or writing a book or things like that, this is a really great time for creativity and bringing that creativity forth. And what feels empty, it's about moving forward. So it's redefining this energy and actions. And it's not actions on brand new things that are out of the sky, but it's also where, you know, I wouldn't just start a brand new project right now. That's the whole thing. If you've had ideas and you've been working on things for a while, then I would really start to sort of put things together. So, yeah, so it's not too bad of energy. I mean, we're building up to that new moon. I know there's shenanigans. I know there's crazy shit going on in the world. I get it. But it's all when the circus comes to town, that's what I feel. The circus comes to town, and there's all these sideshows. So there's all these crazy sideshows, and some sideshows are so out of this world, you wouldn't even have thought of them being, oh my God, I would never have thought of this or that or the other thing. And I feel there's so much that's being bombarded. And I feel like, and I find like there's an incident that happened yesterday, and between two different groups that are warring right now. And one was all over the news, the other one wasn't. And I found that very interesting. I'm like, okay, there's really a division, some division that's really, trying to really get both, people divided, right? And that's, I mean, we saw it, that we've seen it before in 2020. Let's divide people. Let's you're on this side, you're on this side, and now they're trying to get it where, well, that kind of worked, but let's get to something dear to the heart, something more that we can manipulate or control, and utilizing the manipulation and control in order for you to choose a side, choose a side, choose a side. And I'm like, no, why are you choosing a side? Like, some some people that I know, who's a anyways, it's been all over the news, but a few of my YouTubers have put it up and stuff like that. And I'm just like, don't fall for this narrative. There's a big act that's coming up, a big spell that is coming up, and it's going to be happening this summer. And it's going to be happening right around a new moon at the end of July, the beginning of November, or beginning of August. And this spell is the opening ceremonies for the Paris Olympics, and where it's being taken place and how it's being set up. And it's just, I mean, that I that is the baddies are really going all out for that one. And the sponsorship that is coming in for the Olympics, and some of the bigger sponsorships are some of the big guys with, the three-letter acronyms, um, are part of it too. And it's interesting when when you look at it and you're just like, okay, this is, let us get divided. Let us get really where people are choosing, like choosing these sides, and bringing in these divisions. And then I feel like this, one that, especially when it's done on water during a new moon, um, we're in Leo season. So it is a very powerful new moon that's going to be happening. And the, the building of everything too is based on the Masons. Um, and some of the symbolisms and stuff that are coming through. I just find it, I found it very interesting, and I'll be talking about more of that as the time gets closer. But, there's that's happened. But I feel like that's sort of like in the background, they're building things up to get people to fall in line. They really want to fall in line. We have the thing happening in Davos. So my invitation got lost for Davos this year again. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, the application to buy the jet didn't go through. So maybe that was it. But yeah. So the Davos, all those wonderful people are meeting in Davos again. And so we have that, who basically they're what were they? I read they were saying that people are, I guess they're not trusting us. We have to build the trust back with the people, with people, and we have to build this trust back, which would be, maybe if they apologize for shit, would be nice. That would be a really big start. But no, they're just going to talk about more of the same, and more about, all the same. And this, as I'm looking at, you know because the thing is, I'm all over the place today. The thing is, they know their astrology. They know what they're doing. They know what they're manipulating with. They understand that. That's why they do the spells they do. That's why they time things the way they time them, right? Because they're utilizing energies, like the different frequencies that are coming in. Now, frequencies are just frequencies, right? It's how you utilize them. Like it's how you uh I guess manipulate them. And they are trying so hard to manipulate the frequencies and manipulate it to make it look a different way or sound a different way so that you are following suit. And they use people we know, people we like. They utilize people, especially in the mainstream music industry, everything like that. I mean, they want to utilize that because that's what people watch. That's what people like to listen to. So these are the things that they utilize and use. And I'm not going to say any names of who they are, but you know you just have to watch and you see how, oh my god, you just sold out. You sold out big time. Why is your skin getting so white? I don't know. Are you taking something? Because you sure in the hell weren't that white. Or do you have that the so-called the skin disease that Michael Jackson had or something? There's just so much out there. So, but if you're wanting to plan and get things planned, especially for this year, this moon is the moon to do it. This moon is to kick your ass and get yourself organized, to get yourself doing what you need to be getting done. And if you're finding, especially with I feel with Saturn in Neptune, because Saturn wants you to really dig deep with things. I mean, Neptune is saying, yeah, your intuition is there, but Saturn is really, wanting us to get better at it. So it's almost like it's not there or it's halfway there. So it's one of those things that it's getting better at the things that you do, really honing in on the skills that you do have and really getting better at them so that you're able to help more people, because more things are going to be coming to light and more people are going to start freaking out and screaming in the streets and all this kind of stuff. So we really need to bring in that grounding in that planning of what it is that we need to be doing for ourselves. So I have the Reader Writer deck. This is the deck my daughter bought me for Christmas. So if you got a brand new deck, the very first thing you do is you unwrap it. And I take the deck out. Oh, this is double wrapped. I forgot these guys are double wrapped. So these guys are really, these are sealed, man. Just sealed. Okay. So anytime you get a new deck, unwrap it. You can sage it. I haven't, I did sage these earlier just in the boxing, but I haven't saged them, now. But you can light something, you can sage them if you want to, and do that. Now, you'll have usually a booklet. If you have, there's some little information cards. Make sure you just take those out, set them aside. If you want to keep those, you can keep them. If not, you don't have to. What I do is that you want to imprint on your cards. So if you got a brand new deck of cards, I wouldn't just give them to anybody to use them at first, because then their energy is going to get imprinted on them. You want your energy imprinted on these. So this is where you go through each of the cards, you take a look at it, you touch it, right? And you place it down. Now, a new deck is all in order, right? And this is also where, when I'm doing this, sort of looking at each of the cards, very beautiful. And this is also to check too, because crazy things can happen, that they could, maybe a card's missing, or maybe there's a misprint on a card and stuff. I had a deck where I had doubles of the card in them, right? And it was an oracle deck that I received. And I'm like, hang on, is there two of these cards? And there's two of a certain card that was there. So things can happen. Right? So you just go through and you just go and you look at them and get a feel of how they feel. And as you do that, if afterwards you want to sage them, you can sage them. And then you go through them. So after we do all of that, and you go in through, it's really good to then shuffle them up, right? You put your energy in them, right? you haven't used them yet, shuffle them up. Take some time to mix them up so that you can give yourself a little first time reading. And it's nice if it's a new deck that you do a little reading for yourself at first. And so that sort of get a feel of the cards, right? And the energies of the cards. So you shuffle them up. And understanding that they should shuffle very easy. They shouldn't be sticky, right? You shouldn't have any cards that are sticking together. They should be very smooth as you're doing it. If your cards are getting sticky and kind of heavy in that, definitely sage them, cleanse them. If that doesn't seem to work for you, then I would place them with some crystals around them. You could put them in salt if you like. You can do that as well. And opening this up just before a new moon, I think this is like, ooh, very powerful, very powerful. Now I'm shuffling them up a little bit more than usual because it is a new deck. And that's one thing I like about this deck. It fits nicely in my hand, and I can shuffle them great. Okay. That should be pretty good. So then what you do, if you like, you could spread them out and then choose a card if you like. You could split the deck in 3, past, present, and future, and you could draw one card of each if you want, or just cut the deck and then just draw the first card. So however you want to read them and doing the first one. I just got a feeling that I just cut it in 3, and in cutting them in 3, I'm going to bring them up. Ooh. Okay. And how? So 3 cards I got, and this is funny because I think the writing is a little bit different on these. Okay. Anyways, so we have the 4 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and Page of Cups. So what are these telling me? Well, we know that the Page of Pentacles is Earth, right? Things to do with this mundane. It's 4. And he's hanging on to things pretty tight. He's stepping on the money. He's stepping on whatever he feels is of value. He's holding things pretty tight. There is some beauty behind him. Like there's 2 beautiful cities, it seems, that are there. He's sitting on I'm going to say a bench. That's what it looks like, a bench. So he's sitting on a bench. He's holding things like, and up here is the Pentacles. So it's like, and the person looks like he's a king. So very, I'd say he's wealthy. He's got money. He's okay, but maybe that's all he's thinking about. Just thinking about the money, just thinking about the money, just thinking about the money. And, and sort of harboring it, hoarding all the money. And here comes the Page of Pentacles, and it's reversed. And it's like, okay, opportunities, maybe because you're thinking about it and you're harboring it, and the Page of Pentacles comes in reversed. It's like, maybe I'm really overthinking things, and I really need to get more in line with my intuition, because the newness that comes in, the new feelings, the new ideas that are coming forth from me, so that I can go forward and not so get stuck into this mundane world. So maybe we're feeling very stuck, that we want to get forward. We want to do things. We're feeling overwhelmed with it all. And in comes the Page of Cups. It says, okay, well, let's step into some emotions. Let's stop in, what are you feeling? Are you feeling things or not feeling things? So the Page of Cups. How am I connecting with my creativity and spiritual side? So are you stepping into your creativity, or are you stuck in something? What are you stuck? Because I feel like this card is saying that we're stuck. So looking at the things that you're stuck in. And, the Page of Pentacles is like, how can I open up to new opportunities in my life? So opportunities are there. And maybe you're just, the enthusiastic energy that is channeled into discussing the future plans without enough action or organization. So it's like, okay, I need to get organized. I need to plan. I need to start putting a plan into place in order for me to bring in some practicality here, to bring in the things that I love to do. Listen to my intuition, listen to my sensitivity. If I start planning and I start looking at things and it says, okay, this is what you need to start doing, right? And you might say, oh, I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it. Well, get into the feeling of it. Start to explore, feel and explore the qualities. Start allowing yourself to get to the ethereal, get into the magic. Maybe that is where you do need to sage things out. Get away from the old stagnant kind of heaviness of the feeling. So you're not feeling like, oh my God, I'm just hanging on to every single cent I got and I got to let it go. So this is, with the Four of Pentacles, is about the shadow. What is my shadow side? Shadow thoughts in the eliminating the root of my anguish. So it's like I get like, maybe stressed or bored, you're just overwhelmed, feeling that overwhelmness, you're building up to a new moon, Pluto in the last degrees. Yeah, there's a lot of heaviness. Maybe I'm not organized, I'm not planned. I'm supposed to have all this stuff and I don't have it. And we're just overthinking and we're just getting ourselves all worked up. And it's, and that sensitivity is coming in. So here, I'm going to pull another card. Slow and steady as you work. You're planning, you're connecting. Knight of Pentacles comes in. He's saying slow and steady. You're going to get it done. Let's work on this. Let's get the plan together so that we can really work on the things that we need to do. There you go. Woo! Nice new deck. Nice new reading. There you guys go. So, and I think that's pretty well aligns to me. Hopefully it aligns to you as well. So I do have a deal right now for coaching sessions. So I have, if you want 3 coaching sessions for $250, let me know. You can DM me or email thegurumama@gmail.com. So I put out that I'm going to be doing 5 packages. So there's going to be 5 packages out there that if you wish to purchase them, and let's begin to work together on this beautiful journey of 2024. Yeah, it's going to get crazy, baby. Have a blessed one. May the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all you say and all you be and all you do. Have a great one, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Got to put the ducks on. Going out with the ducks. Bye-bye.